Hello and howdy from Texas. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new here. Thank you so much for stopping in. My name is Shelly. I am 57 years old, a mother of 3, and I have a feline fur baby named Tippy and 3 feather babies, Sydney, Little, and their baby, Tiddlewinks. I'm the creator of MRJ Budgets, and this is Shelly's Roadmap to Retirement. I invite you to follow me as I budget, cash stuff, and save my way to retirement. If you like this sort of content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. It would really help my channel grow. Let's get to stuffing. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. By the time you see this, it's probably going to be Sunday, but I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I am going to be stuffing $1,357 today, and we are going to start with my wallet. I already got all the cash laid out here. Let me grab my change jar because I did have some change to pull out of here. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, I hit the table. Okay, so let's get the change out of here. I hope everybody's doing well. I have had a week, I'm telling you, at work. It's just been, it's been crazy. I sometimes wonder, you know, like, what is wrong with people? But anyway, okay. So I am doing the dollar challenge, so I'll be putting money in that as we go. And I do have my breakdown over here to the side so I can see what all is, because I am not going to remember all of that. So that way I can see what all is going where. So in my wallet, groceries, and I'm not able to get this to stay sometimes. It won't stay. All right, groceries. Let's see if we had any ones left over. We did, so I will remove those and put those in here. And at the end of the month, I'll be going through all the dollars that I saved, and this ends up going towards, I believe it's Christmas or vacation or something like that. I forget what I do with my dollars, but anyway. Okay, so groceries, I still have 40, 45, 50, 55 left, and groceries is getting $2.30. So it's getting 2 $100 bills and a 20 and a 10. So now in groceries, we have 2, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 285. So that should be good. This, when I do my cash stuffing, this is for 2 weeks. So this has to last me 2 weeks. And I know in my last video, I was telling you guys that I ordered new sleeves. And on all the ones that I ordered, so like I did an order and then I forgot one, so I went back and placed another one, and I got that one in the mail, but I haven't received the others, and so I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll show you when I get to it that oh, there it is. So I got this one, but I haven't received the other one, so I don't know what's going on, mail system. So let me move this out of my way. Okay. So moving on. Gas, as you can see, is completely empty. And we're getting 40 for gas, 220s for gas. I made a couple extra trips into the bigger town down the road. That's where, you know, the bigger stores are that I get, like cat food and all kinds of stuff. So dining out got used. We did go to dinner for my son's birthday. So all of that was used, but dining out is getting 35. So 120 and a 10 and a 5. Yeah, so yesterday I had a lady come in. For some reason, we don't know what's going on, but she has some kind of like bad smell coming from her. We don't know if it's coming from the pipes. It's coming from her AC closet, and the AC closet houses the AC unit and the hot water heater. But there's some kind of musty smell coming from somewhere in there, and we haven't been able to figure out what's going on. But she came into the office yesterday and proceeded to tell me that she thinks we need to give her some money off her rent. Yeah, so I told her, you know, that's not how it works. Entertainment, which is fun. So I've done a little bit of rearranging my money. This now is housing, this is going to go for my April trip that I have coming up. And then also I put money towards, you know, like if I want to go to a movie or something like that. So, but right now it has 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370. And it is getting 33 today. 20, 31, 2, and 3. Okay. So yeah, dealing with family members who it just seems like they feel like they're entitled. I had a family member who, and I get it, you know, they're looking out for their mom or dad or, you know, whoever is living here. I do get that, but they don't seem to understand that, you know, when they put in a work order for something to get work done, it's not like real quick. It doesn't get fixed like that day, unless it's an emergency. But, you know, there's a process, like, you know, we have to put in the work order. We have to, you know, go check it out. And when you have only one maintenance person that's taking care of everything, I mean, so anyway, but yeah, it's just been a big mess. It's been quite a week. So very much looking forward to my weekend off and just to relax and maybe go do some eBay shopping. Go hit up a couple of yard sales. It's really nice here this weekend, so taking advantage of the nice weather. Okay, personal, that's just for me, is, oh, I did have some ones left over, so those will get put back And that is getting 40 today, 220s. So now personal has 20, 40, $65. Okay, beauty. Do we have any ones left over? We do not. Beauty is getting 40 today. 220s. I had to look to see what am I putting in there. Oh, and I am, when I get there, I'll show you, but I have launched my Etsy store. There are a couple of things on there. It's not a real big store yet, but there are a few dashboards. So if you want to go check that out, I'll link my store below. Couple little things, I'll give you like a sneak peek. I did launch my baby bundle. So I do have my baby bundle, and these are for the A6, but you can also get it in the A5. So these are a bundle. And I'm also making my binder charms, and I'll show you a sneak peek of that here in just a little bit, but I'll be getting those up on Etsy here soon, hopefully today, if not tomorrow. So you'll be able to see those as well. I'm excited. They're so fun to make. And they're really super cute. Everything coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Okay, clothing. Today is getting 33. 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So now clothing has 20, 30, 43. I'm really looking forward to getting my new sleeves. I hope they come in soon. Okay, coffee still has a 20 in there. It's not getting anything today. I haven't spent anything in coffee. I may do that today, actually. I would really like to go get me a cappuccino. This is a new one I added. I need to order a new sleeve because I just kind of made it up and wrote it in there, but this is for HTO. That is a tea place that we have in town. I go and get a tea really often, and I'm like, you know what, I need to start budgeting for that. And it's actually cheaper if you buy it by the gallon. Your money goes much further when you do it that way. So now I am budgeting to be able to go get my tea. So HTO is getting 25 today. And it looks like I'm spending, because if you just go and get like a cup of tea, like a 32-ounce tea, it's like almost $4. But if you buy it by the gallon, it's like $7 and some change. So I'm like, okay, that's definitely a lot cheaper to do it that way than rather than going and spending almost $4 every day. But it looks like 3 gallons for 2 weeks. It looks like that's going to be what I need to budget for. So I did move this around. This was in another one of my binders, but I decided I need to, like, I was pulling money out of groceries if I needed to buy like toilet paper, paper towels, things like that. I'm like, no, groceries needs to be about food only. So I moved this into here and put a little bit of money in here for household goods. So I did have some ones left over, so I will pull those. And let's see. Did I have anything written down for housing? I don't think that I did. Okay, so I do have $15 in here though if I need to go get anything like that. So that is that. Pets, let's see if we had anything left over. We did not. Pets today is getting 35. So now Pets has 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 115. And I will be going and getting food and litter and things like that today. So that will get spent out of today. Tithing is my like gifts for somebody in need. I have 60 in here now. Tithing is getting 35, 20, 30, and 5. So now gift giving tithing is 20, 40, 60, 80, $95. Look how much prettier those are. That just looks so much nicer than what I was using. So these that I've been using, they used to have the little slider zipper thing, and I just cut them off because they were popping off anyway. So I just cut them all off and just made them open-ended. eBay, this is, if you've watched my previous videos, this money doesn't get stuffed. This is money that I take out of my eBay bank account to go shopping with, to find things to flip on eBay. So, but I keep it in my wallet because my wallet stays in my purse. So if I'm out and about shopping and I see something, or I see a yard sale, I want to stop, I've got it in my wallet. Also, I do keep all my receipts and turn them into an app called Fetch, and I will link that below as well, because if you go and sign up on Fetch and use my code, then we each get some points for that. Fetch is really cool because you put all your receipts, you scan all your receipts in, and you end up, you know, racking up the points, and then you can turn in the points for like an online Visa gift card, Amazon gift card, that kind of thing. So, and it does add up. It adds up quick. So, all right. So I'll put the wallet away, and we will go to short-term sinking funds. So I made this little dashboard to match my butterflies in purple. And I thought it turned out really cute, really pretty. Okay, utilities. So I went and paid my electric. I do keep this in here because it's got my like account number and proof that I paid my utilities. But utilities is getting a 50. And all I have is electric. I don't pay anything else. Here at the apartment complex, everything else is paid for you. And there's no gas. So I just put back for electric. So that's it. And then rent is getting 250, 60, 75, 275. Okay, car maintenance today is getting 33. $20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So car maintenance now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. So car maintenance, let's see. I haven't spent anything. Well, I did spend a little bit the other day because I had to have my car looked at, and the guy that I bought it from, I've been using him as basically my mechanic. But he, you know, looked at my tires and got those aired up for me, and I have something squeaking under the car, and he's looking at that. So I did pay him a little bit to look at that for me. So car maintenance got 33. I'll just add that up later, but at least it's in there. Okay, and then health, that's me maintenance, is getting 35. And like I said in my last video, I'm starting to go back to the chiropractor now, and what I think I didn't get to mention yet is he is thinking that I have a bad disc in my lower back. So I will probably eventually need to have an MRI done, and that way we know exactly where it is and he can really focus on that. But honestly, I mean, it looks like I'm going to be on Tylenol and Motrin, probably pain management for the rest of my life, because I refuse to let anybody cut into my back. So that's where we're at on that. Okay, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $100 in health. And every time I go to the chiropractor with my health insurance, I only pay $20. That's my copay. So, health. I should probably at some point like laminate these so I can just use them over and over and over again. It got 35. Okay. So that's that. And then renter's insurance is getting $9. I pay renter's insurance a year in advance. So there's a 5. And I have cash condensed at some point, obviously, because renter's insurance every 2 weeks gets $9. So I have cash condensed a little bit. I just don't put it on video. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So renter's insurance 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, $36. Oop. Okay. So renter's insurance got 9. Okay. Next we have car insurance. Oh, speaking of car insurance, so I got a phone call from a State Farm representative yesterday, and wanting to know if I wanted, you know, a quote. And I'm like, yeah, it's not going to hurt anything to get a quote. So she was like, okay, well, she asked me, you know, a couple of questions or whatever, and then she's like, okay, you know, give me some time, I'll come back and give you your quote. So she calls me back a couple hours later. Well, State Farm, for me anyway, in the past has always been more expensive than like Geico or, you know, other places. And I've been with Root because they were cheaper, but State Farm ended up coming back and giving me a cheaper quote than even Root. So I am going to end up going with State Farm. So it was nice. I mean, it ended up saving me, like, I think Root is like $92 or $94 a month. And that's a discount because I pay 6 months in advance. Otherwise, it's like 100 and something. And State Farm ended up being like 80, I forgot what she quoted me. I wrote it down, but it's like 80 something dollars. And they don't do like a 6 month, you know, if you pay 6 months in advance a discount, that's just the flat rate. But I'm like, well, that's still cheaper. So, and I don't have to pay 6 months in advance if I don't want to. I can pay monthly. But anyway, so yeah, I thought that was a really good deal. But car insurance is getting 38, 20, 30, 6, 7, and 8. But I will probably still go ahead and pay 6 months in advance just so I don't have to worry about it. I like doing it this way. So, okay. I'm not going to count this out. I usually don't, but at least you guys can see that I am putting money back for car insurance. Okay, so 3. Okay. And then we have car registration, which is getting $3. Man, look at that bill. That is just sad. Old bill. Yeah, I really need to get my new sleeves in. That looks horrible just written in, but it works, right? One of these days I'll get my crap together. Okay. So then we have annual work trip. So if you guys watched my last video, every summer, and it's been July, like last year it was July, and then this year is July. We have an annual work trip. We go for like training, and the main hub is in Oklahoma. So, but last year they put us up in a casino, and then this year they're doing the same thing. And I want to be able to have some money to gamble on a little bit. So, like I said, I did move some money around since the last video. And I'll show you here in just a minute what I ended up doing. I had some money in here, but I took it out and put it towards something else. So I'm kind of starting all over again here with the gambling money. But this is getting 31 today. There's a method to my madness, I promise you. So there is a method to my madness. All right, so annual trip is getting 31. Okay. And then for my business, Canva and Epidemic Sound, I know I wrote that down. Oh, $20. And those are, you know, things that I use for Etsy and to make my videos. So that is for that. Christmas, birthdays, and Mother's Day, those get stuffed with change at the end of the month out of the change jar. So that will get done at that time. All right, that's it for the short-term binder. Now we're going to go to this one. This doesn't have much in it. Vacation Okay, so we actually didn't need to get into this binder. This is what the dollar challenge is going towards, is vacation. So at the end of the month, anything that I had left over for the month, that's going to go into my vacation. So that is not getting stuffed today. So we can put that away. And then my long-term binder, this is what I was telling you, my binder little charm bracelet. It's not a bracelet, but a charm. Everything coffee. So I did make one of these so that you guys could see. And this is a cute little coffee bean. These are on the smaller side. They're not really big, as you can see, like what's on my wallet. I ordered this just for me. I didn't make this one. I'm not sure yet if I prefer the bigger ones or the smaller ones, because this actually gets caught on things. So I love it. It's beautiful, but it ends up getting caught on things. So I don't know yet, like making the charms, if I'm gonna like the smaller ones or if I want to go to the bigger ones. But it's really cute. So I will have this on my Etsy shop with different kinds of charms that you can choose from. And like I said, I'll put the link below. This is a dashboard that I made. I thought it looked really good with the color of the binder. So, okay. So this one, this was where I ended up when I was moving money around. This is my rainy day savings. So what I ended up doing was I took money from from my annual trip, and put it together with what I had in savings already. And I am now fully funded. So my rainy day now has $1,000 put back. So that, to me, that was like my very first goal, is to save $1,000 for rainy day. And by moving money around and doing that, I was able to go ahead and finish that goal. So that one is fully funded. My next goal is to save for 6 months pay, just in case something happens. My ultimate goal is $16,000. So yeah, I will be putting in, let's see, savings is getting $250. So there's the $250. So in my future 6 months worth of savings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, and 500. So that'll have 500. Okay, so I've got a lot of money left over. I got to figure out where all this goes. I believe my July trip was supposed to get money, and I don't think I put July trip money in there. Was that in this one or this one? I think it was in this one. Vacation. No, that's vacation. Okay, guys, help me out. Where's my July trip? I think that's the just for fun. Is that my just for fun? Okay, see, now I've just completely messed myself up. utilities, rent, maintenance. That was back here, wasn't it? Annual work trip. I didn't add anything to this, did I? I just rambled and didn't add. Okay, so that's where it's at. My July trip's getting 67. 50, 65, 66, 67. And they're supposed to be, I've got a 10 left over. I'm going to have to figure out what I did wrong. Oh, goodness. There's an extra 10 in here somewhere. I'm going to have to go back. Okay, so for my annual work trip, I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98. Okay. I don't know where that extra 10. Okay, July trip is 67. Okay. Yeah, I have $10 left and I don't know where it belongs, so I am going to have to figure that out. Okay. Well, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.